Hey everyone, welcome back to the Treasury channel, or my channel. I am here with my second project using items from the Mixed Media Kit. And this one is going to be an altered paintbrush. Now this is just a little 4-inch paintbrush, a cheap paintbrush. I don't even think it cost $1. And I've already prepared it just by adding some heavy gesso. This gesso is from my stash. Over here I have the remnants of the kit that I have left after my first project. There's the pieces I made in the mold that I already with the molding material, the mold from the kit, and I've put a coat of the Magicals, the Bayou Boogie Gold that came in the kit on there. And in my first video I do show that, so I'm just going to explain. I sprayed them with water. I brushed on the Magicals, sprayed it with water as needed to more or less turn it into a paint. And I don't know, I can't say for sure right now. They may end up changing colors throughout the project, but that's not my original plan. I'm going to try to use them in the gold right now. And then my 3 oxide sprays, the Bundled Sage, Faded Jeans, and Antique Linen. So that's my start for the items from the kit, what I'm going to use as my base. And I think I'm gonna grab up some other mediums real quick, and probably some flowers, and then I'll come back in and explain what's going on just as soon as I figure out what's going on. Okay, I'm just going to start on my background. I have some white crackle texture paste. This is from my stash, and I'm going to use it with a couple of different stencils. Both are Prima, and these are both actually from previous Treasury kits. This one was November 2018 Mixed Media Kit, and then this came in the June Cards Tag, or June 2019 Cards Tags and More Kit. And I don't know how well you can see, but this one is actually, it's been one of my favorites since I received it. You can see, I don't know if you can see, I've actually washed it enough times that the gray has actually started to come off. Anyhow, I'm just going to use these stencils here, make a background, and let it air dry. I find crackle pastes generally work better when they are allowed to air dry. Okay, my crackle paste is dry, and I am going to spray on my oxides. I don't really know exactly how they're going to come out, but I do know that I am going to do one color at a time, and I'm going to build the layers up. So in between my layers, I'm going to be using some of this workable fixative. It works really good to just make a little barrier between mediums that you want to stay put, pencils and watercolors and things like that. And since these are kind of like watercolors. They are water-based. Or, you know, they are dye and pigment. This will keep them from reactivating, and so then I'll get the layers of color on top of each other, which is what I want for this particular project. So I'm just going to start playing around. Using the workable fixative. It's only got like a 5-minute dry time, so it won't be a lot of time between layers. And just start building. I will do this just to sort of speed up the video, but also so you know what I'm using. I'll hold up which oxides I'm spraying like that so that you know which one I'm looking at. I mean, the blue is very obvious, but on my first project, if I didn't know what I was spraying, I might have questioned the difference between the sage and the linen. It might just be me, it might just be my monitor, but because it's a lighter color, it could get confusing. So I'll hold them up so that you know what I'm working with right then. Okay, my surface is dry, and I just added a little bit of color on the back just to get rid of the white. And I'm going to add these flowers. These sage colored ones are 49 End Market, and they're they're aloe, and they were from a previous Treasury kit. I'm going to add these, which are Prima flowers, and there's their item number, and they were also from another Treasury kit. And I'm just going to kind of arrange them how they were before I dumped them all off, and add in the bigger flourishes, maybe some of these smaller ones, and the little bust here. So I'm just going to kind of start arranging. Oh, and I'm going to use my heavy gel to hold everything down. And now I know it might seem weird covering up so much background, And it took me a long time to get over doing that. But a lot of the times I find that I know what I want my background to look like, but I don't necessarily know where everything's going to be going. So it's okay to cover up some things. It happens. So I'm just going to get to work. And after my gel has been dried some, I'll come back and see if there's any other details that need added. Okay, I'm just going to kind of add just a little bit of this glitter. This was from the May 19 mixed media kit. And I'm just kind of gonna go like this. Brush on some glue. And then sprinkle it on. It's not a lot. I'm not going to do a lot. Just a little bit. Just a little bit on there, and I'm gonna call this done. My paintbrush is done. I added that glitter, and I'm gonna leave it as is. You can see just some sparkles here and there. And I kept it to those sage colored flowers and the leaves. And so here you have it. There. My altered paintbrush for my project this week. It's just a simple, cheap paintbrush that I gessoed and put some texture paste on, and then sprayed with the colors, those Distress Oxides that came in this month's kit. Added some flowers, from some previous kits that I had. Used that modeling material for these pieces and painted them more or less in that Lindy's Gain Magicals, and then just clustered it all together and added some glitter. Thank you for joining us here at Treasure Lee. I hope you enjoyed this altered paintbrush I did this week. I hope it gave you some ideas of how you can use the items from this month's kit. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you can and turn on notifications so you'll know when other projects come up for me or the other designers. And I'll see you again soon.